Okay. Grace and peace, everybody. Grace and peace. There's some setup issues here. We want to make sure we got them resolved before we get started. Yeah. Y'all bear with me. I was trying to just get comfortable here. Okay. Wisdom for Living. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Ooh. We're excited, you all. We're excited. Come on in. Come on in. We are about to really come into another season. Hey, Ibadan, God bless you. Grace and peace to you, Ibadan. Grace and peace, Elder B. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you, everybody. Come on in. Come on in for this episode of Wisdom for Living. Come on in. My YouTube listeners, my Facebook Live listeners, come on in. Come on in. As you come in, let me greet you. Let me greet you as you come in. Somebody give me a quick sound check, make sure all is well. But everybody, come on in, come on in, come on in. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So our time together, our time together. Kathleen Moore, bless you, Pastor Moore. God bless you. Thank you for my sound check. We're great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ibadan. Thank you. I believe that was my staff chiming in too. Thank you. Vanessa Manuel. Hey, Vanessa. We miss you. We miss you. I owe you a big hug when I see you. Owe you a big hug when I see you. Bless you. Bless you. Drew Russell. Drew Russell. My girl. God bless you. We glad to see everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you. Thank you for greeting me. Thank you for your participation consistently. And we miss you, Vanessa. We really do. Katrina Cunningham, grace and peace, daughter. Grace and peace. I'm so glad to see you. God bless you. God bless you. Come on in, everybody. Do me a favor, like, tag, and share. Like, tag, and share. Let's get on. Make sure we're extending to everybody that I am on. I know I don't always get to be on, but this is Tuesday and Thursday, my time frame, TNT, Tuesday and Thursday. My Deacon Perry is on. God bless you, Deacon. Love to you and Sister Jackie, always, always. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Thank you. I see you all adding and tagging. Those who know how to do it, tag and put me on your network. I think you can share this on your page, which helps to let others know we're on and benefit them. So do that if you will. Be kind for me. I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you. I see you all tagging and sharing. Thank you to all my staff again who help make everything what it is. Reach out to John Dura. I saw something with Prophet Miller doing a great conference too coming up. Thanks, Ibadan. Thanks. Thank you. Those that know how I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. We're ready to get into it. So y'all know I am like crazy excited. We are so excited because we are days away. This is Tuesday, October the 29th. There are 3 days left in this month. And so that means we are, what are we, 9 days? October 9th? October 9th, November, 13 days. We're 13 days from it. 13 days from it. from the conference, 13 days from the conference. And November 9th is when we're going to be having the gathering of the butterflies. The gathering, there it is, November 9th, gathering of the butterflies. Oh my God. I'm so excited. We are just pump, pump, pump. My house is buzzing. My church is buzzing. Our covenant partners are buzzing. It is going to be an amazing time. 29th, 30th, 31st, and then 9 days. So that means we are less than 13 days, almost like 11 days, something like 11, 12 days from it. So, and I'm kind of not counting the day. That's why I said 12 days. But so we are so excited about it. You got to get there. I know you probably already have your tickets, and I pray you do. It's a ticketed event, but it's just amazing. And I'm so excited about it. Pastor Onika, Pastor Friend is going to be there. And of course, Dr. Cindy Trim is going to be there. And the incomparable Mark Vereen is going to be there. So it's just going to be amazing. And the amazing, eloquent, and oiled Lady Suzette Spence is going to be there. So it's going to be amazing. And I'll be there too. I'm going to be there too. So I wanted to just kind of encourage you. And I'm going to talk to you today about some things that empower you. Thank you. Some things that empower us as it pertains to. We can take the opportunity to and still invite somebody. It's going to be great. Bless you, Minister Moyer. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. We're excited about all of you all coming on. George Booth, the Lord bless you. Greetings to you. Grace and peace. I think I saw Pastor Lisa Freeman's on. God bless you, Pastor Freeman. Just amazing. I don't know if you all are old enough to remember Charisma Magazine, but we used to have something called Charisma Magazine, which was where you found all the upcoming conferences. And I know in my city of Baltimore, we had something called Rhema newspaper that had it out, and you could go find the conferences. And in New York, they had Love Express. So I don't know, sometimes it's the East Coast thing. I don't know if y'all got it where you were, but these were the vehicles that we used to have that honestly, Ipador says before my time. Yeah. Oh, Kathleen Pastor Moore remember. She remembers Charisma Magazine. And the Rhema newspaper actually was out of my church. Minister Antoine Burton was the co-founder, along with Dwayne Ramsey, of Rhema newspaper. So it was actually something produced out of my church, and it became a mainstream. Man, everybody put their conferences in it, and it was just amazing. Charisma Magazine, of course, was more national. So you would see a lot of advertisement. This was pre-social media era. So I guess I'm dating myself here. I'm dating myself, Ipadon, telling you how old I am. But this was the pre-social media era, and you would see the conferences. I'm saying that to say now, when you go to Facebook or Instagram and maybe even TikTok, I don't know, but I know with those two, you will see a lot of conferences being promoted. And I'm excited about them, actually. We look good. The body of Christ looks good. I'm telling you, the people are really putting time, energy, and quality into their presentation. So that blesses me. Hey, Chastity, God bless you. We missed you. God bless you. The concept of I'm watching leaders put quality into their efforts and present themselves well. We look sharp, you all. We don't look, hoodlum like. We got it together. We are organized. And that's a blessing because that is a projection of the body of Christ. And you still cool as the other side of the thing. I love it. I love it, Ibadan. So everybody's doing their best and showing their best, and this reflects well on the kingdom. Hey, Katina Welch, God bless you. God bless you. Grace and peace. Thelma Godfrey, wow, bless you. Man, family chiming in. God bless you. Love you, love you, love you. Good afternoon, grace and peace to you all. So I'm really glad to see all the promotions that's going on Facebook and on Instagram. Pay attention. We talked before about how conferences really are designed to be spiritual wells of worth and impact. Again, conferences are designed to be spiritual wells of worth and impact. And so I'm praying that as you're lining yourself up for these fall conferences, because we're in them now, fall conferences leading us into the winter months, there are going to be several things that are designed to help sharpen you. We've got, as I said, I'm going to talk about gathering of butterflies today, but we've got all kinds of conferences. I just left from Bishop Hall's convocation, Bishop Todd Hall's convocation in Florida, and that was in October, and that was amazing. We've got other things that I see. I see Prophet Miller's having a prophetic download, and I saw just so many of the things I see coming up that are really excellent. And I want to encourage you to do that. And then as we're closing out the year, you'll see that we're going into the new year. Kathleen, I don't know if we have that flyer up loaded, but we're going to be going into the new year with some incredible leadership things. I've got 2 leadership things I'm doing as soon as we come into the new year. They're important. I have a national, which is Eagle's Nest, which is generally my pastors and their leaders, and we open it up. And that's going to be amazing about church growth systems and spiritual growth within you. And so that's going to be the target there for my Eagle's Nest. That's going to be in Richmond, Virginia. And then I'm going to be having a personal pastoral conclave, a leadership conclave, where I'm dealing with pastors and leaders on sharpening their gifts as pastors, new pastors, emerging pastors, that kind of thing. And that's going to be incredible. We were going to do it in December. We were going to do that in December, but we shifted that. So you'll be hearing about that soon because we shifted that to the first of the year. My prayer is that we just gear ourselves up. Thank you, Pastor Moore. Don't worry, it's coming. You all will hear that coming up soon. I just wanted to do a preview. I hope you're gearing up to receive everything you need out of the conferences you're going to be attending. Now, I'm going to give you, what I want to do is give you a roadmap to help guide you into how that can bless you. Before I get into that, let's get into this. We've got a few days, less than 12 days. November 5th is what? Election Day. Let me pause and put this in here parenthetically. Election Day is coming up on November 5th. Thank you, Katina. Yeah, Katina, the Preachers Conclave really blessed me. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Katina. I'm getting ready to do one that's really for pastors and senior leaders. I'm going to be doing another conclave, and it's really going to be very intimate, where I can really engage in questions and answers and really give some fundamental things. And so please stay tuned for that. It's coming up soon. Thank you for that shout out, though. She was one of the critical students who was in that training, and I think she was also in the mentors group. So we love you, and she's soaring. She is soaring. So as I was saying, November 5th is Election Day. I want to encourage you to make sure you get out. I did go back if you can, those who follow me, go back and share my live. I did a pop-up yesterday that was really about getting out a certain age dynamic for voting. And I think it was really helpful. A lot of people chimed in and told me that. So those who can, go back and share that live. I think that was really impactful. Today, I just want to encourage you to make sure you're voting. Before I get into my other teaching, make sure you're voting. Early voting is going to be ending soon. So wherever you are, man, jump in. Don't miss it. Get involved with it. It's easy to early vote. That's the best way. Get it done. My house has made their voice heard. Thank you, Ebadon. Yeah, many people that were on said they already voted. That blessed my life. And the more I hear, I'll just be very, at this point, very opinionated. The more I hear of just the heinous language, honestly, and the atrocious disposition of the Republican candidate, I'm so disturbed if we don't at least try to defeat that. We've got to really put all out, I'm not suggesting that the Democratic candidate or some other candidate, I'm for Kamala Harris, and I'm not suggesting that she has all the answers. I'm not suggesting that. I'm not even suggesting she's perfect. I'm just suggesting the opposition is so heinous that we've got to at least give it a shot. And so I'm just encouraging you to get out and vote. That's all I'm saying. Everybody get out and vote. Do that. I think it's a big deal. So I'm going to get into my teachings today, but I wanted to make sure I encourage you to vote and get that in your system. Hey, grandbaby. So let's do this. Let's get into this teaching. Let's get into it. I want to get into this today because I want to talk about how We're going to be having opportunities. Bless you, Bishop Crenshaw. Grace and peace, Bishop Lilton Crenshaw. That is my right hand, y'all. That's my guy. The numerous lawsuits I'm hearing now that they are launching to suppress and delay voting. Yeah, it's an atrocity. It really is. Because actually, okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to my teaching, but I just want to say this. It's interesting when you're not running for president, you're running to stay out of jail. Let's face it. I've got too many friends of mine, co-associates out of Baltimore and other places who honestly had felonies. And because they had felonies, they couldn't vote, they couldn't get jobs, they couldn't get housing, all this kind of stuff. And now we have a convicted felon, 38 times, who's actually running to have the highest office in the country. And I'm going, how is that? Oh, that's insane. The problem is there's a loophole in the Constitution or in the laws that don't say you can't run. It says you can't vote, which is insane. He's running for an office. He can't even vote for himself. He better not. If I see him vote for himself, it's going to be a problem because that's illegal. But he can't even vote for his own self, but he's running. So there is some egregious, immoral inconsistencies that we as a country have got to look at and say, this isn't right. This doesn't make sense. And yet we want to talk about all these other horrible people and call everybody else horrible. All right. I'm off of that. Y'all hear enough of that. And honestly, we're all on overload about it. But I just want to make sure that you take the time to make sure your voice is your choice and that you do vote. Please, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. And if I've offended you because you are for another candidate, listen, just vote. Just vote. I'm real big on making clear on where I stand, but it is not to insist you have to stand there with me. I just want you to vote because that is your responsibility. It's your right, it's your privilege, and it's an honor to those who made it possible for us to vote. So do that. Jessica Martin, God bless you. I missed you so much, daughter. I missed you Sunday. We got to talk about how you are. Make sure you're good. All right, so let's get into this. Here's the thing that's going to help you by taking advantage of these conferences that are coming up as we're closing the year. Conferences are supposed to be a well of worth, and you can make that loop for yourself. When I attend Christian conferences, they're designed to be a well of worth, of wealth, a well of wealth, a W-E-L-L of a W-E-A-L-T-H, a well of wealth, of worth, of wealth, a well of wealth that adds to my worth. That's what I'm trying to say. WWW. A well of worth, a well of wealth that adds to my worth. Ooh, I'm having a tongue twisting time today. A well of wealth that adds to my worth. That's what I'm saying. And that will only happen if I learn to strategize what should be happening. The first thing that should be happening if you're going to be attending classes or conferences, and that goes to both things, because some churches are having classes and series in their churches. Thank you, Pastor Moore. Thank you. Your pastor and your leader, they're having sessions and series things that are designed to help you. You have to practice being a quality student in order to extract quality training. Practice not being a hearer only, but being a doer. How do I go into 2025? I'm going into 2025 sharper. How do I go in sharper? I've got to do something to get my clarity. One, if I'm going into a class, if I'm going into a conference, it should be aiding my spiritual renewal and refocusing. A good Christian conference provides a setting for focused spiritual rejuvenation. It's going to allow you to kind of reconnect with God, maybe gain a clarity of purpose and vision. And I'll say that again, a good Christian conference will provide a setting for focused spiritual rejuvenation. So I'm getting renewal and refocusing spiritually. It's going to help me gain some clarity about my purpose and my vision individually. That's the first thing. That's the first thing I should be trying to extract out of a conference. I'm in the setting so that I can get focused spiritual rejuvenation. It sharpens my connection with God so that I can gain ground in the clarity of my own purpose and my own vision. And I hope you got that, because that's really a comprehensive overview there. That's the first thing. The second thing that you can get, and I think this is good, you also can increase your leadership skills. Um, you can the development in your leadership skills. Hey, John Dora, God bless you. Grace and peace to you. Please give your amazing husband my greeting. I just saw an amazing flyer about a conference he's doing, and I'm excited about it. I love them, you all. They are phenomenal, just phenomenal leaders and people in the body of Christ. So the second thing you should be getting, if you're going to conferences, you're going to these kinds of amazing conferences that are going on, if you're going to be going to them and gaining ground, what you should be doing is looking at how you can develop your leadership skills. It'll help your leadership skills. Leadership in your career, leadership in your home, leadership in church, leadership in your ministry, leadership in your gifting, whatever it is. Bless you, Missionary Lindell. God bless you, Don. Many conferences have specialized workshops, sessions um, that are led by experienced church leaders and experts, covering all kinds of topics: strategic planning, conflict resolution, team building, all kinds of things. And it can provide practical tools that can strengthen your effectiveness in guiding others and your effectiveness in guiding yourself. Juanita Hardwood, God bless you. God bless you. Grace and peace to you. When that happens, that means I don't just attend conferences. I'm going in with an energized focus to sharpen my leadership skills. I want to make sure I'm tapping into the accessibility on workshops and topics and that are going to help me in, like I said, in my planning ability, in my conflict resolution, in my team building, in my network synergy, those things that we have to gain ground in. And it's on you to understand that you can be strengthened in these areas practically if you go into the conference with the right mindset. So, because there are going to be a lot of conferences in the fall, and there's going to be great conferences that are going to help you, conferences, revivals, trainings, series teachings, things that are going on. And even as I talked about, first of the year comes, you can see a lot of leadership things that help you get your focus going into 2025. And so that's where I want to make sure that you're taking your time to do that. So number one, you can get spiritual renewal. You can get refocusing. Number two, you can get some practical leadership development for your skill set. Number three, and this is the big one. This is a big one. Number three, here it is: expectation and end game. Yes, sir. Here is a big one. The third thing that I want to note that you can gain from conferences, series teachings, seminars, and things like that. You can gain, especially with conferences, networking and mentorship. Wow, write that down. Any conference I'm going to, I'm looking for the networking and the mentorship that I can gain in that conference. See, conferences connect you with other like-minded Christian leaders. It helps you to foster quality relationships that can lead to mentorship, can lead to collaborations, mutual support. Many of you all I've met because of a conference or because of a conclave or something that was going on somewhere, that we were able to forge mentorship. Now we're able to forge collaboration. I can push your visions and help you further in them. So you get an opportunity to network with other high-end and quality thinking Christian leaders and experts and fields. These kind of connections. Here's what happens when you get those kind of connections. When you figure out how to really work network and mentorship, what happens is it helps to broaden your perspective and provide you with insights from leaders facing similar challenges or having already gone through what you're going through. Like I said, in January, I'm going to be doing something special, a conclave for pastors and leaders that deals with helping them navigate through some things I've already been through. And that's a good thing. God bless you, Elder Chapman. God bless you. She just did a great conference in Maryland talking about inner peace. It was a peace conference. And I'm telling you, it was so helpful. It was therapeutic, not just spiritually therapeutic, but it was naturally therapeutic. So when you attend these conferences, you have to learn how to extract. When I was teaching, and I still teach, or even on a professorial level, when you do that, you tell your students, this class is designed to broaden you and sharpen you. But if you don't have a mindset and energy towards that, you'll sit in the midst of help and leave hurt and empty because you didn't extract it. So that networking and mentorship part of attending a conference, that's on you to make sure you take advantage of those connections. I think I met Ibadan and Tara because they attended something that my wife did, and then they visited, and now that. So you never know. That's how the body works. The body lets one thing connect you to the other thing, and brings you to the next thing. That's why Paul said, "Come on, body of Christ." Paul said, "Some water, some plant, some water, and God gives the increase." Hey, look, somebody may have been a planter. I might be the person that watered it, and then God increased it, and boom, and you are being productive. So, all right, let me move on. Y'all with me? Y'all, is this making sense? Is it helping you? Because I want to help you become your sharpest. And the stuff I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what your title is. Don't let your title cause you to abort opportunity. Don't let your title cause you to abort a God-fostered opportunity because you're too proud to participate. You're too proud to glean. I'm always gleaning. I'm always gleaning. Never, I don't care what you call me, apostle, chief apostle, whatever. I am always going to be gleaning because I'm a perpetual student. I always want to gain ground. I always want to learn. I always want to be more prepared. I always want to sharpen me. I want to better me so I can produce and project the best productivity that will help me in the trajectory of where I want to go. And so it's on you. It's about your mindset. All right. So the fourth thing, here's the fourth thing. And like I said, I hope this is really, really, really helping you. Seriously, I hope you have enough open God consciousness to let this help you today. I really do. First off, I've got great learners on. I've got great people who really learn and know how to learn and know how to extract, even those who are leading. If you're leading and not learning, then you're leading and dying. If you're leading and not learning, then you're leading, but you're dying. Yeah, you got to keep perpetuating. You got to keep perpetuating. Wow. Take that to somebody. If you're leading and you stop learning, you're in trouble. You're dying. And so is everyone around you. And so is everyone around you. That's why Isaiah said in the year the King Uzziah died, listen, I had this epiphany. I saw God in a whole nother way. And when I saw that, I was like, woe is me, for I'm undone. And the problem was, he said, woe is me, and I'm undone. But he was a priest. He was already leading. He was a priest and a prophet and all of that. And he said, I'm those things by title, but I'm undone in my growth. So that visitation caused him to get a transformation, which means everybody around him who was under his priesthood are now able to grow because he's growing. If you're leading and you stop learning, then you start dying. Point blank. Every leading entity should be learning and should be posturing yourself to learn. All right, so here's the fourth thing. I've given you three things already that you should be gaining with every opportunity of conference, council, seminar, session, all of that. So here's the fourth thing. The fourth thing is when you attend conferences, when you attend seminars, when you're paying attention in series, it means you get exposure to new ideas and best practices. When you attend these kinds of things, you get exposure to new ideas and some new practices. Grace and peace, Apostle Kathy Hunter. God bless you, daughter. That's our Seattle leader there. God bless you. So the concept is through talks and through breakout sessions, through conferences, you get exposed to fresh perspectives. You get exposed to ministry models. You get exposed to innovative thoughts and innovative practices that you can perhaps adapt and tailor. And this is important, that you can adapt and tailor. This is the critical part for your own ministry context. You got to adapt it and tailor it, because it can't all work for you. You know, you can't attend some mass mega conference and say, "Oh, I'm gonna take that home," unless you're going to tailor it for your specific setting. The idea is not for you to imitate it, but it's for you to configure it so that it can help you. That, are you hearing me? So exposure should not bring you to a prideful jealousy. Exposure should bring you to a creative demonstration. Let me take what I got and creatively remold it to adapt to my ministry context. And it'll help me lead more effectively while I'm changing the world. It'll help me lead more effectively while I'm changing the world. So the exposure to new ideas, the exposure to practices helps to sharpen me. You know, I got to be exposed to it. Some of you all are too sheltered to be leading. You're too sheltered to be on the crux stuff. When pride comes before destruction, we're sheltered and prideful. If you're sheltered and prideful, that means you shut yourself away from the things that can help you, because you're sheltered and your pride is keeping you from it. You've got to be open, expansive. You've got to be willing to get exposure so that you can glean from. I'm not envious of, I'm not downing others. It's a small mind that goes to a conference and come back and say, "Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all are just messed up." See, that's a small mind. I don't go to a conference to get ammunition to come back and insult what you're doing or feel superior to you. That's not why I go to a conference. I go to a conference to help sharpen me so that I can provide and present the best me I can for my area of ministry, vision, focus, business, family, marriage, whatever. I don't go to a conference so I can come back and say, "Oh, y'all wrong. Oh, y'all doing it wrong." No, because, first off, that's such a narrow-minded, immature, honestly, just displaced disposition to extract from a conference. I go to a conference to keep me in an exposure mentality. I want to keep being exposed. I want to keep being sharper. I want to come back to my church and be sharper. I want, as a leader, being around other leaders, being around other thinkers, bring out the thinker in me. I got to be pushed. I want to be provoked. I want the saints that I serve to push me. I want them to challenge me to constantly stay ahead of them. I want them to challenge me to constantly push them into another place, because that keeps me thirsting for exposure. I want the new ideas. I want the new. I'm not some old dog that can't be taught a new trick. Woo! I know that's a wonderful saying, and we say it's hard to teach an old dog new trick. It may be hard to, but it's not impossible. Say it's hard to teach an old dog new trick. No, it just takes a little more time, because somebody older still wants new ideas. I still want fresh ideas. Yes, Kathleen, think tank mentality. Think tank produces the provocation of my cognition is what I'm looking for. The constant provocation to my cognitive order stimulates me to produce a radical, spiritual, emerging renaissance of thought and dynamia, so that I can produce what God has called me to produce. I want to be that one that he give 5 talents and it become 10 talents. I want to be the one that he can trust. He can trust to go further. I just want to do that. So I believe that's our purpose. I believe that's our purpose. And then the other thing is, I get out of it, I get personal, and this is interesting to me. This is interesting. This is the part, Katrina, that sometimes people don't want, but this is what we need. When you practice gleaning from and extracting from conferences and networks and symposiums and summits and all those kinds of things, you gain a personal accountability and growth, personal accountability and growth, not just growth, but personal accountability and growth. I want to maybe grow somebody else, but I want to grow personally first. So this is where I believe the gathering of the butterflies is really going to help you. It's going to be a personal growth. You talk about gathering with the butterflies, and that's where I'm on about, you all. That's the conference we already have. It's about personal growth, personal accountability, personal growth, being in an environment dedicated to leadership and spiritual growth will encourage self-reflection. If I'm going to come to the gathering of the butterflies, and you are, I want to be able to have a moment of personal reflection so I can gain accountability for what am I doing to emerge into this butterfly concept? What did I do in my cocoon time frame? The thing about the butterfly conference is really to emphasize it's time. It's time to emerge out of the cocoon. It's time to leave the practices of caterpillar thinking and now launch into flight pattern thinking. See, there's one strategy for the ground. There's one strategic plan for the ground. There is another strategic plan for the air traffic control system of flight. So this caterpillar does not just transform, it leaves a system. The caterpillar leaves a system, literally. It's a grounded system. It's a crawling system. It's dealing with things and challenges on ground level. When I get into the cocoon, I am literally transforming systems. I'm going into another system of thought. Now I've got to learn flight pattern. I've got to get accustomed. I got to shift from thinking like nobody's paying attention to me and I'm ugly and I'm not being able to be seen. Nobody understands my beauty. To now all of a sudden my system changes. I'm in the air. It's clear that I'm beautiful and my whole world has just shifted. My business is emerging. My marriage is flourishing. As a parent, I'm seeing my kids. As a pastor, I'm watching my church. As a bishop, I'm seeing the governmental system. As an apostle, I'm watching the kingdom. Everything now is shifting because I've shifted. That's that personal accountability and growth. Do you see that? I know I just dropped something. I just dropped something major. I hope y'all didn't miss that. I just dropped something major. I don't know all that you're going to get at the Butterfly Conference. All I know is it's an amazing system shift for you. And the theme is it's time. It's time. And so let me tell you, when I tell you you got to get to this conference, I just believe on November 9th at the Embassy Suites in Cary, the Gathering of the Butterflies is literally going to transform thought pattern and the trajectory of somebody's life. What am I talking about? Gathering of the Butterflies. The Gathering of the Butterflies, which is going to be on November 9th. I'm talking about that because I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to miss it. Even the speakers that are being brought in, you were looking at the flyer a minute ago, and the flyer was letting you know the speakers are so energized. They are so ready. Pastor Friend is coming out of Georgia. She is so ready for her deposit, her download. And Dr. Trim is so excited about the revolutionary renaissance of impact and download that she has to literally deposit into us. Mark Marine spiritually is ready to shift us to seal the deal, to get us into the presence of God with the information we just got so that we can come out on the other side of this with a whole nother dynamia of thinking and existing and building and being. And when that happens, I'm telling you, you are going to know that God's with you. So, Gathering the Butterflies right there on November 9th at the Embassy Suites in Cary. It's going to be all day long. You cannot afford to miss it. My beautiful and amazing wife, Lady Suzette Spence, she's going to be waiting to host you, waiting to embrace you, waiting to take you in. It's just one of those things wherein I know you are going to benefit from it. You're going to benefit from it. So I'm going to go over these 5 things I've given you, and I might give you 1 or 2 more, but I'm going to give you these are the 5 things I was saying would be really helpful for you in going to a conference. 1, spiritual renewal and refocusing. Spiritual renewing and refocusing. We got that, right? spiritual renewing, and refocusing. That's number one. Spiritual renewing and or renewal and refocusing. Number two, you'll be able to increase your leadership skills development. Developing your leadership skills better. You'll be able to develop your leadership skills better. All right. So that's spiritual renewal and refocusing. And then number two, developing your leadership skills. Number three, you're going to strengthen in your networking and mentorship. This is what happens when I attend conferences. I strengthen my networking and my mentorship. Number four, when I attend the conference, the fourth thing is I get exposure of new ideas and even some new practices, better practices, exposure of new ideas and better practices. And the fifth thing I get is my personal accountability and growth pattern, my spiritual growth, my accountability for myself, my self-reflection. I think those five things are really, really just wonderful for you. I do have one more I can give you. I'm serious. I can give you one more. But I want to make sure you got those five things. You got them? Got them written down? Okay. So if you've got those written down, I'm going to give you one more. But I want you all to really, because I don't want to overload y'all, but I want to make sure you got this. But this last one, I don't want to leave out because it's really going to be good. But I want to make sure you got that because I want to make sure you're not just traveling and going, but you're also growing. You're growing in your aspects. And so as you've tuned in and tapped in and you've given me your attention, I want to make sure that I'm maximizing what you can do with these patterns because so much. Let me tell you something. My house is jam packed with product that you're going to be given at the Gathering Butterflies. I mean, literally, there are gifts. There are amazing bags and things that people are getting. Those who registered, you're getting. People are getting sweatsuits and all kinds of stuff that's going on. It's just I got a room full of stuff in my house. I mean, full. It's going to take a truck to get it from my house to the conference. That's how much product and things that the team has gathered to give you and put in your hands. So if you're going to miss the Gathering of the Butterflies, you're going to miss something because you're going to be given something. You're going to be given information. You're going to be given substance, something to remember it by, something to work from, so something to grow in. And that's why I want to bring the last thing up. The last thing is you're going to learn how to enhance your communication skills. Anytime you go to these conferences, it's going to strengthen your communication skills because it's going to include keynote speakers and panel discussions that will model effective communication. Those who are preaching, you're going to get to hear preachers or leaders or speakers who are professional speakers. You ever heard the expression, a good preacher always makes a preacher want to preach? That's because their communication skills, their pattern, their style, their imagery, their projection, it always provocates sharpening communication skills. It makes you a better speaker. You hear a panel discussion, makes you a better thinker. And watching skilled speakers can teach you how to present ideas more clearly, how to inspire others, how to adapt your message to different audiences. When you're watching somebody at their craft, it helps you get better at your craft. So your communication skills, they increase. And I wanted to get that in because I thought that was just really one of those bonuses. Honestly, when you go to a good conference where you get quality speaking, you will also receive quality insight on how to speak. You'll be led on how to speak. So I know I've said a lot. I hope you've gotten it. If you have questions, I certainly will entertain it. But somebody that's listening right now, can you, if you've attended a conference recently, say within the last 3 or 4 months, can you just note one thing that was critical for you? Don't give me a long paragraph. Just can you say one thing that you got that benefited you? Maybe you didn't even project it. You didn't know what was going to go on, but it really did help you. If there's anybody that's willing to volunteer that information, because I know you all go, travel a lot, things like that. Is anything you attended a service, you attended a serious teaching, you attended a conference or something. Give me one thing you may have gotten that that benefited you. So just come up with business cards, staples, have a special. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Suggestion. Um, Kathleen, I'm not sure you're saying, are you saying the suggestion for them as students, or I just want to make sure what you're saying there. Um, yeah, okay. So, all right. Anybody, you got something? Let me know what you gleaned from. Let me know what you gleaned out of your last conference. If you want to see what the conference was, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. As for me, like I said, I want to reference Dr. Todd Hall's convocation. And wow, one of the things I gleaned from that. Oh, I like the fact that in his conference he did something that I'm going to add to mine. There was a dynamic for men that I thought was really good, something special that he had done. A man cave that I'm going to kind of do something similar. I like that. Something strengthening the individual aspect of that, as well as the major communication of just being around other thinkers was big for me. Um, for networking, bring business cards. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, that I think that's what Kathleen Moore said. Yeah, okay. Roderick Stevenson, bless you, Pastor Stevenson. Bless you, sir. God bless you. Look, I gave you an enormous amount of things. I gave you five or six, actually six strategic things that you should be extracting when you're attending conferences, things that will help strengthen you. Because remember, any conference, any quality conference, whether it be a business conference, a spiritual conference, a family conference, whatever it is a well of worth, a well of wealth. I don't know what I'm having problems with that today, but it's a well of wealth that will increase your worth. Any conference, any seminar, any symposium that you get to go to, it is designed to provide you with a well of wealth that will increase your worth. You have to be the person to exhume that from that. The gathering of butterflies is going to be amazing. And I want you to come in the door, understanding I'm coming into this conference. Look at this. This is set up for you. When you see this go up, boom. This is designed to create a climate that's going to be a well of wealth that's going to increase your worth. You got to say that when Anika Friend gets up, the well is going to be tapped. When Dr. Trim starts talking, the wealth is going to be released. When Pastor Vereen brings you to the throne, your worth is going to shift. Um, uh, this is the dynamic that we want to exude from being in conferences. What? We got that spiritual renewal and refocusing. We just talked about that. What you to be able to, oh, thank you so much, Kathleen Moore. I love her so much. She's able to put these things up. I can't put it on the screen, but she's got it there for you. All the things you should be gaining. You gotta learn how to do spiritual renewal and refocusing. I'm going to get better leadership skills and development. I'm going to get a networking opportunity for mentorship. I'm going to get exposure of new ideas and good quality practices. I'm going to get some personal accountability and growth. And then I'm going to sharpen my communication skills. This is what you're going to, there's so many things you're going to gain. And then I told you this, I got a house load of stuff here. I'm telling you all, we got rooms in this house that are packed with stuff that's going to be, that you're going to be able to take away with you. You're going to get a takeaway. It's not going to be, it's going to be energy in the room, but that energy is going to be transferable into you so that you can shift your trajectory as you leave the room. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Hey, I think I saw my wife on here a second ago. Hey, baby. My wife, the conference host. The conference host is on. Lady Suzette Smith. I know she's excited. She's on, and I'm telling you, well, if I knew how, I'd plug her in if I knew how to do it on here. But it's just amazing how you can find yourself in a position, literally, where you are able to experience this kind of wealth, and you're taking the time to come. You're investing in yourself. You all have registered. You've invested. You said, I want the quality. I want to sharpen me. I want to sharpen me. And I'm telling you, if you're leading and not learning, you're dying. So if you're a leader, I hope you are in place. I hope you've already gone. If not, get on and register. I'll give you my seat. Get on and register, because leaders have got to consistently be learners. Leaders have got to consistently be learners. When you stop learning as a leader, you start dying, and everybody following you is dying. What did I just tell y'all? Woe is me, for I'm undone, and I've unclean lips. I'm not ready. I'm dying here. So you need to do it. I'm so pumped about your ability to just pay attention and get locked in. I really am. It means everything, and I just think when you excuse me, as you do this, it's going to bless your whole life. It's going to bless your whole life. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. I'm sorry. I was thinking you all. That's why you hear all these because I was thinking there's got to be a way. I know I can tap my wife in. I forgot how to do it, but there's a way to bring her in. I could have brought her in right on the screen. I just can't remember how to do it. But I'm excited about what's going on, and maybe we'll do that Thursday if she has time. But I'm excited about you being a part. I'm excited about wow, all that you're being exposed to, all that you're being given, all that you're being pushed into. It's going to be amazing. Many of you all, and note the theme of the conference. It's time. It's time. Many of you all have reached that time, that Kairos moment where opportunity and destiny are kissing each other and shifting you into the trajectory of your next. It's time. It's time. Your system is changing from ground level thinking to flight pattern mentality. And so it's going to be amazing for you. Bless you, Elder Donatella. Bless your daughter. I see you. It's so time. It's not just marking 2025 because, see, that's one calendar. I'm talking about the fiscal calendar, October. October marks the fiscal shift. So November would be the first impartation you get after this fiscal crossover. It is critical that you recognize the timing. Don't wait for 2025. By the time 2025 get here, it will already be in full motion. What God is doing for you is already going to be in full motion. Wow, wow, wow. If you get it, if you come to the conference and extract it, if you're able to pull it out and not miss it, if you're able to resist that temptation to abort what God is clearly ordaining for you, you've got to beat that battle. You've got to win that battle. Resist the temptation to abort your next by investing in your now. Resist the temptation in aborting your next. You do that by investing in your now. Go right now and register. Go right now. Check out the website, LadySuzetteSpence.com. Get in right now. Business owners, ministry leaders, everybody. Even if you're looking to sponsor something for your business, they're still taking that. If you want to sponsor a part of it, you believe in this kind of thing. You're saying, hey, I believe in it so much, I actually want to sponsor somebody to come in. I want to sponsor handling one part of it. We welcome you to do that. We welcome you to do that because I'm telling you, when you believe in vision, it expands your vision. Your belief and your support into one vision expands your vision. So I'm excited for you, excited about it. And I know that God is setting it up for your life. So let's go, let's grow. Let's change the world. Let's go and let's grow. Let's change the world. Father, I pray that everything that I've rendered today go in them and be for them, and that it come out of them as a living mechanism that they can not just be hearers, but doers of the impartation they receive. Help us to grow in grace. Help us to grow in grace and in the knowledge of who you are as our Savior and our leader and our soon coming King. I pray, God, that every mind is tuned in. I pray, God, that every ear gate, God, expands and evolves because of their submission to this word. Let this word be in them richly, God. Let the word be a lamp unto their feet. Let it be a light into their pathway. Let them go and grow in this conference setting. Bless the gathering of the butterflies. Bless everyone that comes in those doors. Bless and expand it, God, because you are the kind of God who can and will. And I praise you for it. I give you glory in it. Keep us, God, as we go forward. In Jesus' name, amen. You all are utterly amazing. I thank you for your time, for tuning in. I pray it's blessed you. And if nobody has told you today, I mean nobody, let me be one of the first to tell you, I love you. I so love you. And I'm praying that you feel that love and that you receive it and that you know that somebody has been put on the earth to reflect the love of God for you. Um, I'm so excited. Kathleen Moore loves you, and Katrina Cunningham loves you, and Vanessa Manuel loves you. You're loved. You're loved. You're loved. There are too many people who are in this life daily who don't know that they're loved. They're just not told it. I know you all say he does this every day. I mean, when he does this, it means everything. It means everything because you don't even know who Dr. Priscilla is. But the fact that she can say she loves you, it resonates with you. You don't know who Lindell Coley is, but Lindell Coley saying she loves you means somebody has a love for you. And to somebody who's not been told that, it becomes a lifeline. It becomes a lifeline. So if you don't know about it, Donna Taylor loves you. She just told you that. So be loved. Look, y'all, let's grow in grace. Let's go. Let's grow. And I'm going to see you at the gathering real soon. All right? Be blessed. Have a phenomenal afternoon. Be safe. Vote, vote, vote. We're here. Get out. Get out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, Ibadan. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Donna Taylor. I love you so much. Thank you, Dean Perry. Listen, let's go. Let's vote, y'all. Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Now, I'm gonna give y'all a secret. We're gonna be all right no matter who wins. We really are. We're gonna be good. God's got us. But I want you to know your voice is important. Make your voice heard. Let's get it in. All right. I love y'all to life. I'm gonna see you on Thursday for another edition of Wisdom for Living. All right. Be blessed. Shalom.